On the morning of her wedding, everyone at the Arlington Grand Hotel agreed on one thing about Elena Carter. She was poor. She arrived alone in a modest gray sedan. No driver, no glam squad, no designer luggage trailing behind her. Her dress was elegant but understated, the kind you could miss if you were looking for sparkle. The valet hesitated before opening her door. A bridesmaid whispered, not quietly enough, "Is she a guest or staff?" Elena smiled and thanked him anyway. For nearly a year, this had been her reality. When Daniel Whitmore announced he was marrying her, Boston high society reacted with polite disbelief that quickly soured into cruelty. Daniel was old money, Whitmore money, names etched into hospitals, libraries, and law schools. Elena, on the other hand, lived in a small apartment, worked remotely as a book editor, and never spoke about her parents. Daniel's friends joked that she'd won the lottery. His mother suggested, during a family brunch, that a prenuptial agreement was non-negotiable for girls from uncertain backgrounds. Elena heard everything. She never defended herself. She never corrected anyone. She simply observed. At fittings, staff spoke over her. At charity dinners, women smiled thinly and asked invasive questions about her upbringing, her finances, her ambition. Someone once handed her a coat to check, assuming she worked there. Elena took it and hung it carefully before returning to her seat. The wedding ceremony was flawless. White roses, string quartets, a guest list full of senators, hedge fund managers, and tech founders. As Elena walked down the aisle, whispers followed her. So plain. He could have done better. She's lucky. Elena's expression never changed. The reception hall glowed with crystal chandeliers and restrained extravagance. Just before the speeches began, the wedding coordinator approached the MC, looking nervous. The bride has a request. A murmur rippled through the crowd as Elena stepped onto the stage and took the microphone. "Thank you all for being here," she said calmly. "And thank you for welcoming me into the Whitmore family." Some nodded. Others watched with thinly disguised judgment. "I've been quiet for a long time," Elena continued. "Not because I had nothing to say, but because I wanted to see who people were when they thought I had nothing at all." Daniel met her eyes, his smile steady. He had promised her one thing. He would never interrupt this moment. Elena gestured toward the screen behind her. The lights dimmed. A logo appeared, instantly recognizable on Wall Street. Carter and Reed Capital. Assets under management, $38 billion. A sharp intake of breath swept through the room. Founder, Margaret Carter. Majority shareholder and CEO, Elena Carter. The silence was absolute. Elena spoke again. "My mother built one of the largest private investment firms in the country. I inherited leadership when she retired.